welcome back to the next episode of Danganronpa New World Order. I'm gonna move my webcam over here, I think, for this episode, because I realised last episode that my webcam was covering a lot of stuff on the top right of the screen. Before we get into this video, I just need to let you guys know that it's gonna be a bit different from the last one, because I have to be a bit more quiet, because my family are all working downstairs and I can't be too loud. And also, I feel like this has been a recurring theme for my last couple of videos, but I've been really sick. I know I don't look very well, but I've got a bit of a bunged up nose and a bit of a cough, so if there are bits of this video that are cut out, or if I start coughing and spluttering, don't worry about me, I'm fine. Like there. I just got a bit of a dry cough. But yeah, hopefully at the beginning of this video, like before you're seeing me now, you'll have an explanation as to why this second part took so long. When we last left off, we got back into the game after so long. I'm excited to be back. We had a run-in with who we believe is the mastermind, or the traitor, the game master they said they were. And yeah, we're about to go and explore the new areas, so let's get into it. So, by the way, it just said why it says at all, I'll just go to the log. It doesn't say it, great. Basically, so yeah, by the way, just so you know, just get ready to hear a bit of a golemized voice for this whole video, because I'm really not that well. But basically what it's saying is, I now have the option to choose where I go, and it doesn't matter at all. So I'm going to save anyway. Let's go, at all. Gotta love the illusion of choice, yeah. So I go Medieval World and Lakeside. Medieval World sounds more entertaining, so I'm going to go there. Ooh.
Huh?
How is something like this hidden from us? Beats me. But isn't this cool? Hi, it's like something from one of those fantasy RPGs. Not a fan of RPGs? Let's not talk about it. So this place is part of the main building.
Let me pretend I understand.
Given the design of the rooms, you'd expect the outside to look more like a castle or something. Those statues are really well carved.
Let's investigate.
I wonder if they're hiding any secrets. Whoa, settle down a bit. The gang spent ages turning this room upside down. We found nothing. Oh, well, I suppose this place seems more suited to looking rather than touching. It's kind of weird how every room looks the same on the inside, though. That's unsettling. Well, moving right along. Some time passes as Zeke shows you around the area. And finally, here's the throne room.
What a scrub.
Boy, you should have seen Hud's face when he got a look at this. I can imagine what happened. And that about does it for Medieval World. It's pretty much just a weird bunch of old buildings put together. Any questions? No? No? Good. He didn't even give me a chance to respond. And this is the lakeside, I take it. Sugoi, this place is so beautiful.
Yep.
Yep, the water's pretty legit. I presume the lake ends before reaching the dome's edges. Has anyone tried swimming in it? Over in the Levitica? Stand aside, I shall follow the whispers of the very ends of the earth. Or something like that. Ah, no, I still think she's a bit weird.
Nani?
Nani? Levitica-chan is a swimmer? The best one here, apparently.
What a scrub.
You should have seen how salty Hunt was when he got outswam by that religion fanatic. So, what were the findings of her little investigation? Oh? Didn't realize I'd have acted at the crime scene Nataliya's skin. Well, she hit a dead end around the visible edge of the dome, so there's that.
Keck.
Hunt double-checked it from the opposite side of the lake, just to be sure. So certain areas under the dome are able to simulate an organic environment. And to a hyper-real level, too. I'm beginning to wonder if the dome is even its true form. Its true form? Keck.
Let me pretend I understand.
Theories. Should we move on? This place is pretty self-explanatory, IMO. That's what you think. Oh, we're back. Oh, nice Mona's back. Well, the other Mona's nice as well.
Hello there.
Well, hey, it's been a while, Dad. You know, this is, I think, the first time I've actually heard nice Mona speak. I think the voice is different. It was different with, Genocide Jack as well. You really shouldn't have done a runner like that. Wait, did she say something? Hey, it's been a while, Nat. You really shouldn't have done a runner like that.
I'm sorry for that. Seriously.
It won't happen again, I promise. Wait. We were out for that long?
That's fine by me.
If you say so, then that's good enough for me. Nat and I didn't bump into a single other person for the whole
What
day.
a questionable play.
What gives, guys? We didn't want to interrupt your date. The date? I think what Virginia meant to say,
as logic dictates,
is that those new places are relatively cumbersome to travel to by foot. Once we swept them from top to bottom, it just felt like a waste of time even going there. No food or drink facilities, nothing of apparent interest to our situation. Not even a single bathroom. Oh?
How foolish.
That's definitely not what I meant to say.
Comes with the turf.
Yeah, and the novelty wears off. Please, the throne room will never lose its novelty.
for the Great British Empire.
I am the king! I believe the appropriate response is...
Silence.
anyone who has to say that is no true king. Comrade Grace. Medieval world kinda gives me the creeps. Seeing all those relics of the past,
I didn't sign up for this.
and those creepy suits of armor standing silently as if they're watching you.
Please enlighten
And I
us.
presume neither of you encountered a certain spawn of Satan.
大丈夫?
I.e., not a single sign of Monokuma. Now where could that bear have run off to? Perhaps he was hit by a truck. Play the clip.
You've been hit by, you've been struck by.
He's got multiple models, remember? There goes that theory. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that is enough for today. I suggest you all dig in. Consciously aware of the rumbling of your stomachs, you all oblige. It's so much easier to appreciate food after a long day.
Let us delay no
Aha!
more.
Before I forget, make sure you sign up for a club before bed. In light of recent events, it would be most fabulous that you do so.
For the revolution.
The spirit of team bonding demands it. What's this? We agreed to it while you were gone.
In the name of a better
you-
future.
Okay with participating?
Leave it to me.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. Meh. Exhausted from a long day of exploring, you decide to retreat to your bed after dinner. But just before... which club should I sign up for? You make your decision and go to bed. The next morning... Hey there! Just thought I'd drop by to tell you that all of the following events are canon. But since I'm nice and understand, you probably have a life. You only need to look at 2 before proceeding. If you do have the time though, I suggest going through all of them. For now, choose your clubs. I see. What have we got? I'm probably gonna go through all of these. Imagine if I played all of them at the same time. I'm gonna do that at the end of the video. What the hell is the Big Two Club? Alright, Gaming Club, let's go there first. So this is the Gaming Club. I wonder what I'm in for. Ooh, Nataliya!
Come on, let's go.
Ready to get wrecked? Time to see what you're made of, Zeke. With my own eyes.
Huh?
Florence Chard, you have an interest in gaming? I'll have you know that I share Zeke's fondness to some degree. I don't intend to be a pushover just because I'm not an ultimate gamer.
How delightfully murderous.
Never underestimate a novelist's hand-eye coordination. Double gulp. Oh, she's here too? What? Mona? Prepare to die? Who knew video games could inspire such passion? Video games cause violence. Well, what are we waiting for, everyone?
We haven't got all day.
Let's hop in the game lobby and ready up.
Nani?
How does this work anyway? I mean, the network here doesn't seem the most Segoyan, yeah? Don't worry, everyone. I used our laptops to set up a LAN party.
Such
Is that really
finesse.
Is that really how it works?
Yep.
Yep, don't question game logic. You proceed to stop playing. I need healing. She makes so many Overwatch references. I was rewatching, because when I started this back up again, I was rewatching SHSL Blaze's Let's Play of it, and he did a bunch of events that I didn't do in my Let's Play. Or they rather didn't do a bunch of events that I did in my Let's Play, sorry. And Florence makes a lot of Overwatch references. I need healing.
How tiresome.
Where are the heals? Shut up, Matt. Just stand still. I can't get you if you keep strafing.
What a typical dumbbell.
What on earth is their tank doing?
Groot.
Is Virginia their tank? You're supposed to be setting this one out, Virginia. Oh, was I?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was weird that the key bindings were different. Despite the obvious disadvantage faced by Zeke's team, you still find the defeat screen emblazoned across your monitor mere seconds later.
Oh. Oh.
Wow, you weren't lying! Those were some pretty good odds, Florence. Kept me on my toes from the start. Are you pulling my leg? I missed nearly half my sword swipes and shurikens.
How tiresome.
And the rest of the time I was getting dragged off the map along with your tank, leaving me alone with Zeke. No, legit. And nah, great hide and seeking. You're a natural.
That deserves a nerf.
Would have fit your old hero's play. Would have fit your hero's old playstyle a lot more smoothly. Too bad Mr. Caplang decided to rework her. Yeah, very funny. Overwatch. I haven't played Overwatch in ages. It's like not interesting to me anymore. I think I can see how he's the ultimate esports gamer now. His superior game sense, knowledge, mechanics. The list goes on. We have no chance for this.
Just kidding.
None of you have anything on me.
Ugh, so
Even my
passive.
boredom was getting bored with that game. Why you... By all my honor, I swear.
This is an insult.
One day I'll make you grovel at my cyborg feet like the total greenhorn you are. Such intensity over a video game. I wonder what all the rest of the precincts will make of this. Hold on, where's Mona and Virginia? Get back here. See, Mona, should you really be waving something like that around? They both run off into the distance. Well, that was something interesting. Now what? Alright, food and drink club. So the food and drink club. I bet you everything the leader of the gaming club is Zeke. This is probably Dash, right? And I'm guessing Grace is going to be here too. I wonder what I'm in for.
Much
I knew
appreciated.
it. Ah, ma'am, you arrived just in time. We're short one charge on the panel. Panel? You quickly noticed a table that had been pushed away from the rest. I knew it, I predicted this. Please excuse the tablecloth design, it was all Phoenix's idea. So deska. Well, Phoenix certainly seems committed to his beloved golden arches. Right. The art quality is surprisingly sophisticated. He's clearly done it before. Many, many times. Hey, Nat? Are you wondering why Dash and I aren't participating? Because one of you is guaranteed to win? I.e., why?
I will not
Because Dash and I are
falter.
both suffering from serious withdrawals.
Nani?
Nani? What do you think of the withdrawals? Dash hasn't had any coffee.
Gracefully.
He's just getting a bit better at hiding it. Of course I am, you. I mean, very good, ma'am. I'm glad you think that. The corners of his eyes are twitching really badly. I sense an impending kitchen nightmare. How about you, Grace? I wasn't aware that you had any cravings. Oh, but there's one thing I treasure above all else.
Thank goodness.
The dark embrace, its potential lucidity, or how I admire it so.
Gracefully.
I'm talking about sleep, of course. I only got 9 hours of it last night. That's kind of normal, isn't it? That's still much more than me. Shh! Our first contestant approaches. A wide-eyed teen walked up, 2 silver platters in hand. Wait a second!
This must be the work of my arch nemesis.
I thought there were only supposed to be 2 judges.
What the?
Well, what the fuck
What?
did you think the 3rd seat was for, you... I mean, we are sorry you feel that way. But to come to a majority decision, we needed a certain number of... decisive individuals. Why is he looking at me? Very well.
The allure of the burger.
I think they changed that line, didn't they? I remember him saying that a bit differently. May I suggest you share your portions? 2 divided by 3 gives you all...
Don't you start.
Oh, no, you don't. I mean, Grace? Could I trouble you to share your portion with Madame Nataliya? I don't see why not. let's dig in. Proceed to dig in. About 2 seconds later. Actually, I changed my mind. Nataliya, you can have the rest of this. Huh?
Jeez.
Dashkin, is the food really that bad? It tastes delicious to me. Is the food really that
Oh,
bad?
you have got to be shitting me.
Don't shit on my head and call it hail. The quality is atrocious. The spices of the middle layer do nothing other than clash with the astringency of the beef. Speaking of which, the beef is so undercooked you can almost hear the moos coming from its... And don't even get me started on form. The buns are so oddly shaped that the filling... In the end, the dish received 2 ticks in one gigantic cross. And now he's sleeping. Am I interrupting something? A robot has appeared, carrying the dish on both its hands.
Definitely not.
No, absolutely not, Miyu. Ready when you are.
Scanning.
Scanning? That is good to hear. I hope you enjoy this. I call it... the both legs special.
I hope that this is okay.
Please do not let the name cloud your judgment of my dish. Thank you. She lifted the cover to reveal 3 cups of coffee? Well, I suppose this is the food and drink club.
It's the truth, though.
We don't technically have a rule against submitting just a beverage.
Logical error
Ah.
detected.
Are you sure? It's okay.
The god's voice disagrees.
It's not like we're having a food war or anything. Is Dash in his usual indisposed state? Usual? Just pour it directly into his mouth, Miyu. That should wake him. Scanning. Oh yeah, he fell asleep.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. I shall give it a go. While gingerly angling Dash's head backwards, Miyu gently poured some coffee in his mouth. Within 1 second, psh, a fountain of coffee had sprayed almost theatrically in a line from the ceiling. I'll handle it. Please allow
I
me.
will not falter.
As the tallest person present, it is my responsibility to clean such a spontaneous ceiling disaster. Height. Why did she have to mention height? With the mess cleaned, you will finish your coffees.
What the heck?
Subarashi, Miyu-chan. I've never heard that one before. What does it mean?
I hope
But
that
I am
this is
finding it
okay.
difficult to infer it from the context. Oh, right. That was excellent, Miyu. I'm very impressed. Really? Well,
Bookmarking for future reference.
bookmarking Subarashi under category Foreign Languages. What did you guys think? Dash? Grace? Are you guys okay? That's too much milk.
That is...
Way too much milk. She ran off. Is Grace lactose intolerant?
I'm
If so, I do not have
sorry.
her condition on file.
That's new.
No, I'm pretty sure she isn't. I've seen her consume her fair share of dairy products without any issues. Scanning. Your observations are appreciated, Nataliya. Then what's wrong with her?
updating existing
Archiving
data.
strange anomaly. Oh, Jesus, that face. Did you really make this yourself, Miyu? Yes. If I received outside assistance, would that not be in violation of the rules? I don't know what to say. Actually, I do know. Would Madam Robot kindly share how she made it?
Multiple system failures detected.
Emotional discernment overload. Initiating emergency recalibration. I'm sorry, Dash, but I ask that you allow me to keep it a secret.
No, that's...
If that's what
Fine.
Ma'am desires, and even if I were to tell you, I have a feeling you won't like what you hear. Especially once you learn of the secret ingredient. What was that?
It's nothing.
Nothing! Well, that was certainly interesting. Now, where to next? Okay, I'm gonna do the Big Two Club because I don't know what that one is. Occult Club. So this is the Occult Club, eh? I wonder what I'm in for. Of course you're part of it. It's probably you and, oh, what's her name? Eden, right? Yep. Oh, and Elise is here too. Oh, hey, Nataliya.
Oh, hi.
How nice of you to drop by. Elisa-chan, what's going on here? They're comparing powers. Isn't this great? I wonder what the bulletin should be called.
This just in.
When religion clashes with the supernatural. No, that's a bit bland.
Tune in at 6:30 for more.
Better pigeonhole this for future reference. But why exactly are they doing this? Haven't you heard of the tale of the day of haven't you heard the tale of the day our ordeal first began?
Nani?
Eh? Well, better buckle up, bucko. If my sources are correct, the psychic and the missionary were the first to awaken on the day of our kidnapping. The psychic could see the gymnasium door and was preparing to go in. Walking down the empty hallway, she placed her hand on the knob. But suddenly she felt uneasy, as if she was being watched. At that very next instant, BAM! A hand had been placed on top of hers. She looked up and she saw it right in front of her. The eyes of that missionary staring back at her own. Such was the beginning of a fierce rivalry.
And cut.
And cut! Well, what did you think?
Huh?
Wow, is that really how it happened, Nyan? It sounded more like a ghost story than anything else. And a shamelessly sensationalist one to boot. Yep, don't worry.
We're airing this uncut.
You can be assured of its truthfulness that I guarantee. Ding ding ding. Ah, time's up. I've not seen that one, what? That's cool.
Whispers guide me.
It is as the whispers predicted, that we would do battle under the watchful eyes of the gods, and neither disciple would be viewed as worthier than the other. That there's some impressive mental fortitude.
The silence
I could hear only the
intensified.
occasional thought whispering back at me. I must profess that from our very first meeting, you have remained an enigma to me. At the time I thought your very presence was vilest of petulances, mockery of the gods
I shall
themselves.
cleanse these impurities.
But now I know those to be my own misguided thoughts, profaned by weaknesses of assumption. And I thought the same about you, you know. The divine eye did not foresee you in my destiny. There you were.
Speak to me, O divine eye.
And still I'm left to wonder. I am hoping you find your answer at the next convening of the gods.
This is the will of the gods.
And on that matter, may I perhaps interest you in... No,
This is for the best.
not right now. So you could read the thought, but not that which came before it. Interesting. Your actions continue to defy explanation. To reject the counsel of wisdom so completely.
Oh, soft charming.
I believe that if matters persist as they are, we could never truly become friends. You know... I
Equilibrium
wouldn't mind
draws
this, actually.
closer.
Very well. But to the matter at hand, this is an occult club. Should we not proceed with the duty of doing occult things? Good point. Hey Nat, do you have anything in mind? Okay Nat, think calmly and rationally
Let's
before you... Let's go
investigate.
catch ourselves a ghost, Nyan. Oh, you've gone and done it again. Ghost.
Something's wrong.
Nat, are you okay? Eden, what are you... Stop. Before you even have a chance to respond, you feel a piece of paper being attached to your forehead.
Nani?
Nani? You've heard all of warding charms, yes? I did Leviticus voice. You've heard of warding charms, yes? Everyone nodded, including Leviticus, who did so begrudgingly. Well, this is the opposite of that. Instead of repelling ghosts, spirits, and all that jazz, this is
Equilibrium
supposed
draws
to draw them towards
closer.
you. I suggest you walk around and see if any pop up. If you ever feel like you're in danger, just tear the charm off.
I offer you my
And if you want to be
guidance.
extra safe, make sure you go with someone else. Hey, Levitica-chan? Say no more, dear lamb. The gods are in agreement.
How mysterious.
Well, most of them. You walk. Walk some more. Until finally... We've just been quietly walking this whole time. The air between us is stifling. About a few days ago... There is no need to mention it. I simply did what anyone else at my station would have done. But is that really true?
I cannot agree.
There is no merit to be found in further discussion at this point in time. We have a ghost to find.
Oh,
A
soft.
delusion to fulfill.
Never give up.
Hi! You spend a few more hours searching before heading back. Well, can't say I wasn't expecting this. Still, I can't help but feel a little disappointed. Dear lamb, your forehead!
Nani?
Nani? You reach for your forehead and feel nothing? Ah, Nataliya! I see you got a bit bored with the whole charm business too.
I wonder what the audience would
But why
think.
hello? That's such a boring thing for a faux ghost to write. Hello?
The heck?
Don't tell me... You rush straight for a mirror. Just as you suspected, not only is your charm gone, but a blocky hello has been written in its place in a deep crimson red. Okay, time to calmly analyze the situation. Wasn't it possible for the charm to be ripped off without alerting you at all? Levitica-chan, can I borrow your charm? After testing your theory extensively, you concluded it would have been impossible to remove in such a fashion, and it was thus your encounter with the Occult Club came to a dramatic end. Okay, that's just it, okay. Sports Club. Who's gonna be this one? Hunt probably is gonna be the one leading it. I wonder what I'm in for. Hold it!
How negligent of you.
Sigmund, have you never played football before? I just find it absurd. Why call the sport football when you're allowed to use your hands? Yes, exactly! Sigmund also calls out the sport. Good, this is what I need. Why call the sport football when you're allowed to use your hands?
Just like a crate of hippos.
Of that matter, I can think of no answer. Hello? Welcome, Comrade Nataliya.
Let us delay no more.
We're just getting warmed up. Pardon little old me for saying so, but I can't help but notice the distinct lack of, well, yes? Of what, Comrade? Nothing. So what's on the agenda?
The defense concedes its point.
It seems football is well and truly off. Perhaps something a touch less controversial then? Controversial?
Preposterous.
Only to you, perhaps. Oh,
Hold it right there.
what about volleyball? Volleyball, eh? It's a good sport, but not great. But one of my favorite shows was about volleyball. Is that Haikyuu he's talking about?
With vigor.
Very well, let's do it. Every time I think volleyball, I just think of Haikyuu. Well, no, every time I think of volleyball, I think of volleyball. But I'm just saying if it comes to volleyballs and TV shows, I think of Haikyuu. I think I'm one of the very, very few people on this, like, anime fans who haven't and don't really have any intention of watching Haikyuu. I'm just not interested in most sports anime. That's an interesting train of thought. How about you, Nat? Are you up for some volleyball? Oh god, anything but volleyball. Hi, let's
I
do
will
it.
rehabilitate
What could
you.
possibly go wrong? Oh, you've gone and done it again, Nat. Hold it. It just hit me.
Something is amiss.
How are we supposed to play volleyball with only 4 people? That's enough, isn't it? 2 teams of 2? That's what I did in secondary school.
How can this happen?
It was your idea, comrade. Indeed.
Thinking.
But I'm sure you'll be able to figure something out. Everyone versus Hunt. In the end, you decide to play handball.
Oh, poppycock.
Comrade Thinker, that's the 3rd time you've crossed your boundary.
How illogical.
That was my staff.
What rubbish.
Then put it away, why don't you? You are seriously handicapping yourself there, comrade.
Possibilities are endless.
Have you considered that I may be attempting to challenge myself? Ow! Sorry, I didn't mean to send the ball flying straight in your face. Balls in your face.
Silence, slave.
Control yourself, comrade. There are ladies present. Ladies? Very well, Comrade Thinker. You already disadvantaged yourself with your star, so I think it fair not to count it as part of your person.
Let us
Does
delay no
everyone
more.
agree?
Objection!
You were the only one enforcing that rule in the first place.
Fabulous
I'll take that
work,
as a yes.
comrade.
You continue to play for a few hours. Well, that was certainly interesting. Now, where to next? Wasn't too bad. What's the Big Two? So this is the Big Two Club. I wonder what I'm in for. I don't know what the Big Two is. Oh, Hunt's here again? Alright, Hunt. And Grace. And Dash? Okay, better wait until they're done. Wonderful.
I'm in this
I
round.
claim my 3rd point. Hunt,
Please explain.
your plays that game were questionable to say the least.
Preposterous.
Says the man who lost with all 4 twos.
Don't you start.
That was you!
Silence,
No,
slave.
it wasn't!
Don't try anything
Yes, it
funny.
was!
Silence.
Gentlemen, please settle down. What's the big... Oh, hold on, I actually need to look this up.
Later.
Hi, we're back. Hours have passed, sorry. Something cropped up, I had to deal with it. We're back now, right where we left off when we were doing the 4 club. So, those priorities. I couldn't have done anything to stop you winning.
For the revolution.
Tell him, Comrade Grace.
Oh, you have got to be
What a
shitting me.
farce. Oh, and by the way, I did look it up. It's a card game is what we're playing, is what that is. The thing I was wondering about.
God's voice.
Can't
Disagree.
remember? Oh, Christ almighty, you're a terrible liar.
Let us delay no
We're being
more.
very rude to our new member. Deja vu, I'm used to waiting.
Much appreciated.
Allow me to extend my sincerest apologies on behalf of this establishment. Poor customer service is not something you should get used
Everyone.
to. So how exactly does this club work? It is as the sign says. This is a club exclusively for Big Two. Yeah, Big Two is a card game, basically. And we only have one rule. Whatever happens in Big Two
Gracefully.
stays in Big
Huh?
Two. But why just Big Two? What's wrong with the other card games, Neon?
Okay, stay calm.
Point taken. I'll be happy to play Big Two with you. Ah, perfect. This club just didn't feel complete without a fourth. I'm sorry.
I can't accept this.
I don't know why, but a sudden wave of sadness washed over me as I said that. I do believe it's because you cannot split 52 cards evenly among only 3 people. Yes, that must be it.
Such a wonderful
The
person.
guys that have you on board now. Okay, that's a reference I'm not getting. Come on, think. Who died? Blaze and Magnus. I remembered his name, yay. We're glad to have you on board now. And perfect gender equality, too.
Just you watch.
Why, I could almost recite Gillet's famed misogyny speech out of sheer happiness.
Don't you start.
Please don't. They keep seeing this sprite of Dash everywhere in this episode. You spend the better part of the morning playing Big Two with Hunt, Grace, and Dash.
Preposterous.
Sorry to say this, but your Big Two skills are highly suspect. All of you. And if you'll excuse me for saying so...
Is Sir completely
you're
fucked
full
in
of
the
shit,
head?
sir. Only you could have a straight flush but still let Grace's full house win the game. I didn't notice, okay?
What rubbish.
Especially after the number values of my card were stained with coffee by a certain someone.
Don't try anything funny.
And I suppose I spilt coffee in your eyes as well. Who needs the number to recognize a card anyway? Is Sir always this ignorant, or is it only when playing card games? Psst.
Nani?
Nanny? Let's
The
join
God's
in.
voice
What good's a club when all the fun gets hot?
That's new.
Gladly. But what do you have in mind? Hey, both of you. Aren't you forgetting a little something? She pulled up the tally card and pointed at her score. Everyone else blinked in unison. It was the only score with 2 digits. Ahem!
I win this round.
You're sucking on my level! Yeah, again. Look what you've done, comrade.
Preposterous.
You let Comrade Grace steal total victory from right under our noses. Me?
Don't you start.
What about you? You're the one who...
I tried.
So in the end, I was only 1 off from tying for the win. Hehe. Wait a second. Hehe. That last round, before we flipped over our cards, she asked if we could switch hands. You suck, Grace! But I'm not the one who only got 9 wins.
It's the truth,
That
though.
would be you. You devious
will
little...
rehabilitate
I demand
you.
a private match, just me and you. Oh, you're on.
She'll take you on.
Let's proceed at once. In the end, you're left wondering if card games were always this intense. As for the results of that private match, well, what happens if Big Two stays in Big Two? Well, that was certainly interesting. Now, where to next? Oh, I think we're done, right? Yeah, we did all of them. Well, I certainly hate to toot my own horn,
For the great
but I
British
do believe
Empire.
that the club's idea was a resounding success, sure. Tooting your own horn.
All of you are
Thank you
amazing.
for organizing it, Hunt. I have to agree that it was a brilliant idea. Comrade
You're
Robocop,
embarrassing me.
you're too kind. Indeed, I think I learned a lot from interacting with other clubs,
Thank you.
both about human convention and about all of you. Somehow I doubt what happened today was an accurate measure of human convention.
Fabulous work, comrade.
Fabulous. How about this? Let's convene the clubs maybe once every week. That should provide a sense of regularity, and give each member time to plan or organize activities.
I agree.
Agreed. So what's our schedule for the
How
afternoon?
delightfully
Are we simply
murderous.
free to do as much or as little as we want at our discretion? Oh, here we go.
How objectionable.
No, I don't think that's a wise investment. We're just ignoring him. It's been a while. I can't... God. The moment Monokuma shows back up, it's when I'm not feeling well and can't do the voice properly. Oh dear. No, I don't think that's a wise investment of our time. I personally think we should go and search the lake again.
Wow.
Oh, you sly dog. Whoops. You're only saying that because you want to see the girls in swimsuits again, aren't you? I exercise my right to silence.
Let's do it together.
Perhaps it might be worthwhile revisiting Medieval World?
How unsightly.
We've already searched it top to bottom, though.
I will not falter.
Yes, but it couldn't hurt to do it again. I still say we should be excavating the town.
I trust that this is
Who knows what
satisfactory.
secrets it may conceal? Ah! He's back! Monokuma.
You sure took your
Yes,
time.
I am! For a solid 5 minutes now! Oh, by the way, this actually gives me a bit of time to actually bring something really cool up. I've got a picture of it that I'm going to post on screen right now, but very recently I went to an anime and gaming convention. And while I was there, because I completely forgot to mention this, but this was a great thing. As you can see on the screen right now, I was able to meet a very special person, Brian. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Please tell me if I'm not. Brian Beckett, who is a voice actor for anime and games. One of my personal favorites as well, but I've got a lot of favorites. And he is the official voice actor for Monokuma in Danganronpa. I think it's his like most famous role. He also voices in Digimon, and he also voices in Part 4 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as Shigeki Yangu as well. But I got to meet him, and it was really fun. It was a bit of a hassle, and I think I took up a lot of his time just trying to get my card out to pay for the autograph and the photo. There was also Ricardo Fiato there, who plays Munakata, and Mirio Tagata from MHA. But that was a fun experience. It was a nice convention. It was nice to meet him. He was a pretty friendly man. Yes, I am, for a solid 5 minutes now, and now I'm feeling self-conscious because obviously he's not watching this video. I just wanted to give like a shout out to him, but now I'm here doing an impression of his character, and I'm just hoping I do it pretty well. As opposed to a liquid 5 minutes.
What the
fuck was that, Grace? Oops, sorry, Dash. What do you want, Kilmore?
How
Yes.
so?
We are beginning to grow accustomed to your absence.
How disappointing.
Wow. I come back from vacation and this is what greets me? A bunch of teenagers talking smack? Kids these days.
You make me sick.
This is what happens when you give too much carrot and not enough stick.
Oh, what's this?
Look who it is. My little saboteur. You've really grown up over these last few days.
Leave them alone.
Don't be provoked, Nat. He's trying to get a reaction. Don't worry, Eden. It seems Monokuma may have the wrong idea about me. And again, Kilmore. Oh yeah, wait, did she think that because she knows that Eden can understand? And again, Kilmore, what are you here for?
How mysterious.
Say, the weather is looking real fine, isn't it? Must be the climate. Hasn't rained in days. See? It doesn't feel good to be ignored, does it? Ah, but don't worry.
I never hold a grudge.
I'm not one to hold a grudge.
Look at all of you.
In fact, I'm here to reward you guys for staying on your best behavior in my absence. And let me guess,
Predictable.
for whatever reason, us candidates won't see it as a reward. Ho-ho! That's for you to decide. I've been working extra hard to put this together for you
your
guys.
paws only.
You'd better appreciate it. Now, if you would kindly follow me. As soon as the last syllable dropped, Monokuma, sped out of the cafeteria, leaving a miniature trail of dust in his wake.
How can this happen?
Come back here at once! Hunt sped out of the room with everyone else following closely behind.
That is...
Wait, have we been here before? Who knew something with... such short legs! Could run so... quickly! I'm not saying that. Oh, Nat,
Interesting.
you're not tired? Cardio saves the day again. What is this place? It's giving me the creeps. Okay, no, we haven't been here. I knew I didn't recognize it, but it's like we explored the castle already, and I don't really recognize most of these places. It's giving me the creeps. Creeps. Look at all of you gathered here. Like one big, happy, disgustingly talented family. You make me sick.
So talented.
But that's why I love you.
Silence.
That doesn't even make any sense.
How
Idiots.
meaningless.
Did you bring us here just to lie right to our faces? Me? Lie? Why, I never! I brought you all here because I care about you and want to help
For
you
your
out.
paws only.
So without further ado, allow me to present... the bicameral room! Please, hold your applause until the end. Bicameral room? Am I pronouncing that right? A federal system of government I can understand.
Preposterous!
But a room?
How mysterious.
Oh, how vague, how mysterious. I'm looking it up just so I know I pronounced this right. Bicameral. I am pronouncing it right, good. Thank you, Google. 2 chambers is apparently what it means. means a room with 2 chambers. How vague! Ooh, how mysterious! Your faces are giving away your reactions. Good thing too, I spent ages coming up with the name. This bicameral room, what is its purpose exactly?
What do you want?
Why are you showing it to us? Back to bombarding me with questions, are you?
Humans are so interesting.
You're resilient, I'll give you that. Just answer them. Okay.
Sheesh.
No need to go all bad cop on me. The bicameral room is actually not much room. Sorry, let me start again. The bicameral room is actually not so much a room as a specially manufactured chamber. You see those doors? The rooms within, from the form to the purpose, they're all entirely yours to determine.
Speak to me, O divine eye.
That sounds awfully like a riddle.
For your paws only.
Ah, but it's quite simple, really. Each of those doors represents a certain theme. You can only go through 1 door a day, and you must open all of the other doors before repeating a door. As for the incentive, each room contains information about you. And with each successive day, your chance of getting some critical information increases.
Oh, what's this?
Information that might help you escape. Information that might reveal the identity of that traitor which you see. Or both. Who knows? That's a lot of details to take in, but he's obviously encouraging us to enter these rooms with the promise of information. There's definitely a catch.
This just in.
So I take it the traitor actually exists? Emphasis on might. Right.
Don't try anything funny.
And what's the catch? That, too, is simple. What if you don't end up liking what you see? What if it reveals a part of yourself that was never supposed to be revealed? You keep bringing us into the equation, but I'm still not seeing how we fit into this. Pooh! Pooh! Have I not already said it? The purpose of these rooms are yours to determine.
I'll be here all week.
Listen carefully, folks. The first person to interact with a room each day will calibrate it, and in exchange for access to information that could potentially reveal the truth about your situation, it delves deep into that person's subconscious and projects a part of them for everyone to see. There are 2 simple factors that influence this. The person who activates the room, and the theme of the room I explained earlier. Now, what could the theme be? Is it repressed memories? Hidden parts of yourself that even you aren't aware of? Or perhaps something more banal? The bicameral room does not discriminate! So in essence, it is a room that manipulates the interplay between the conscious and unconscious minds.
The possibilities are
True
endless.
bicameral room. I'm not quite sure I understand all of this, me neither, really. But it's gonna be used as a motive somehow. It's a relatively straightforward principle. Let us say that the human mind is an iceberg. Sorry. The small chunk that is visible above the surface would be the conscious mind, with the remainder constituting to the unconscious. Despite equating to a majority of our mind's true makeup, we live most of our lives in utter ignorance of it, but being influenced all the same. I should have brought my notepad. The essence of this theory is that there is more to us than meets the eye, yet even we ourselves are unaware of this. Wow, such a wonderful explanation!
So talented.
You're not the 50th batch for nothing, I see! Hold it right there, Monokuma. Yes? Just thinking back to the previous killing game and to what Dash alluded to earlier, every single transaction that you enter into is based on the concept of give or take, is it not? So that begs the question, what's being taken from us in this little arrangement? Whatever do you mean? You're offering to give us vital information which, if you're to be trusted, could potentially facilitate our escape. But in return, what? I assume you're not ripping those unconscious parts right out of us. That ultimately leaves you with nothing. No, it doesn't. But I need to hear it from him. It seems nothing escapes the steely gaze of little Miss Warden here. I'm not asking directly for something in return. All that's being exchanged are mere possibilities. Mere equities? Yes, risks. Risks is what makes the world go round. So just to reiterate, you go in and some brave volunteer is unconscious, becomes one with the room itself. You possibly get some key information out of that, but you also possibly inherit some untold risk. It could give you your most valuable clues yet, all while functioning as your next motive.
This seems suspicious.
This seems highly suspicious. He's obviously skewed it in his favor. And you have every right to believe it. But was it not you that said that self-rescue may become inevitable? So many things could go wrong, you know? Where would you even begin to look for an exit? How would you split the roles when you're escaping? And what happens if you still have no idea who the traitor is by that point? Are you going to pick one person at random to leave behind?
How mysterious.
I don't think I need to explain what would happen if you took them along for the escape. So you were listening.
Sheesh.
Correction, I was multitasking. Building this sort of room is very difficult, you know. But hey, even a bear's gotta have a minimum standard. I promise, the transaction is fair by every measure of the word. You are just as likely to get something valuable as you are to get something dangerous. Anyhow, I think I've said more than enough on this. I'll let you guys decide
I'll
what to
be
do
here
next.
all week.
Adios! I know I was complaining. I miss doing that voice. I really do miss doing Monokuma's voice. It's so fun. We were watched in silence as he disappeared, beneath the custom-designed flooring. This sudden chill. I agree with Mona. Something's wrong. I don't believe for a second that this is a perfectly fair exchange.
We need to talk.
What is your opinion, Mona? Mona? Do whatever you want. It's not like I can stop you. Don't undervalue yourself, my dear weapons master.
You have
It's thanks to
certainly
you that we
exceeded
still
my
have functional
expectations.
troopers. Indeed, ma'am. You should never underestimate the sway that mere words could have. I appreciate that you listened to me on that, but this isn't something for just one person to decide. Then, what does everyone else think?
Don't you start.
Well, I don't trust this at all. It's got that bear's dirty paw prints all over it.
Preposterous.
I'm also inclined to distrust this. A murmur filled the room as everyone began to voice their views.
As logic dictates.
Naturally, our method of proceeding should logically revolve around several key inquiries. For starters, just how much do we trust each other? And perhaps most importantly, how much do we trust ourselves? Sigmund, my dear, it seems you may be overcomplicating things. This setup, it's the classic illusion of choice. Oh, so? Our only alternative is to sit back and do nothing. But then what? Proactivity is clearly a necessary condition of our survival.
Isn't this obvious?
Do you really think that bear would allow us even the slimmest chance of escape by doing nothing?
Why would you say that?
But we don't know this. Understandable.
Unfortunately.
But it is far more likely than not, wouldn't you agree? Hey Mona, earlier you said this wasn't one person's decision to make, yeah? But I beg to differ. In every team there is one person who does most of the shot calling. So...
Me first.
I volunteer as tribute.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Yes, you heard right. I volunteer. The bear said the first person to interact with the room each day will proc it, right? Then allow me.
I'm perfectly fine.
I have nothing to hide.
What a typical
But can you
Dumbo.
really state something like that with certainty? I was of the impression that the unconscious is inherently uncertain. Well, let's find out, starting with the leftmost door. Guys, we have to do this. Before anyone could stop him, Zeke had dashed through the door at the end of the corridor.
Hold it right there.
Hold it! Where do you think you're going? As the last syllable faded away, Pierce gave chase.
For the great
Wait for
British
me!
Empire.
Let us make haste.
I'm coming too! And as if a switch had been flipped, the entire room burst into a sudden frenzy of activity. The room beyond the door seemed dark at first. I think we're going to leave this as a cliffhanger. Because I've got things I need to be doing, and this is a very interesting thing that we've got going on. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Danganronpa New World Order, and I will very hopefully see you in the next one. Goodbye.